So say you had a family member who's going to save up some money for you. They were going to put $1 in a jar the first week of the year, then $2 the second week, and $3 the third week, and so on until the end of the year. The trick is, in order to get the money, you have to successfully figure out how much money is in the jar without counting it. How much do you have in there? So you decide, okay, I'm going to add them all together. We have $1 plus $2 for 2 weeks gives me $3. Okay, then $3 plus $3 for the third week gives me $6 for 3 weeks. And then $6 plus $4 gives me $10 for 4 weeks. And if you think about it, you're like, oh man, I don't want to do all this work. Maybe I'll just use a calculator. So then you go ahead and you try that. So then you start with your calculator. 1 plus 2 equals, plus 3 equals, plus 4 equals, plus 5 equals. And eventually something happens, a dog starts barking, and you might lose track of where you are, and you'll have to start all over, because 52, there really is a lot of weeks to add all together. So there has to be some other way. So instead of trying to use a calculator or adding the numbers each week, let's try and just writing out the list of all of our weeks. So we have $1 plus $2 plus $3 plus $4, and I'm just going to keep going like this all the way up to plus $52 for 52 weeks is equal to S52. So we're all of our terms. So we have 52 terms here. So the sum of 1 plus 2 plus 3 all the way up to 52. Okay, so now that we do that, how does this really help us? Let's add another one of these to it. So we have 2 of them. So we're going to start, but I'm going to start backwards. So we have 52 here, plus 51, plus 50, plus 49, all the way down to plus 1. It's still going to equal the same thing because we're adding the same numbers together, we're just doing it in a different order. So sum of the first 52 terms. Now I'm going to add both of these sequences together. So I'm just going to add them straight down. So I have 1 plus 52 gives me 53. Carry down the plus sign. 2 plus 51 gives me 53. You're starting to notice a pattern. 3 plus 50 is 53. 4 plus 49 is 53. And it's going to keep going all the way. 52 plus 1 is, again, 53. And now we have 2 times our sums, because we have 2 of them here. So 2s52. Now if we look, each one of our terms in here is now going to be 53. And how many of them do we have? 52, because we're starting with 52 weeks. So instead of adding 53 52 times, let's just pull out the 53, and then we're going to multiply it by 52 because we have 52 terms, and that's still going to equal 2 times our sum s of 52 for 52 weeks. Now we can do some algebra and divide. Okay, so I want to solve for s52. Let's divide by 2 on each side, and we're going to get our sum, because our 2's are going to cancel, oops, is equal to S52 is going to be 52 over 2 times 53. So how does this help us? Up here, if you notice, the 52 divided by 2 comes from the number of terms we have right up here. Oops. And then the 53 is actually equal to our first term, A1, and our last term, AN, or A52 in this case. So this can be applied to any sequence. So instead of using it for this specific example, we can rewrite the sum of any sequence Sn is equal to the first term and the last term, so our A1 and AN, so we have A1 plus AN, times the number of terms, So in this case, it'll be n, because we're not sure how many there are, divided by 2. Just like we did in this last example with the dollars. So this works for any sequence you have. So we can try testing this out to make sure that it works. So over here, I have the first 4 weeks that we tried adding. So let's try on week 4 and see if we get 10. So if we have our Sn is equal to n over 2, so we're in week 4, so it's going to be 4 over 2. And then our A1, the very first week we had $1, and then the very last week we had $4 because we were working in 4 weeks. So we can multiply this out and see if it works. We have 4 over 2 is equal to 2. 1 plus 4 is equal to 5, and we get 10. So we have $10, which works based on what we tried last time. Now, so let's find out how much money are we going to have all together at the end of 52 weeks. So we have our S52 is going to be equal the number of weeks, so 52 weeks over 2 times our first term, which is $1, plus our last term, which is 52. So 52 over 2, we get 26, and then 1 plus 52 is 53. So at the end of the year, you'll have 26 times $53, which ends up being $1,378. Not bad, right?